Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome, welcome. Yes, guys, good to see everyone here. Nice one. How's everyone's day been? Hope you're well, guys. Bo, welcome, mate. Paul, welcome. Good stuff. Good to see everyone here. Let me delete this. That was just from the market update I gave. Yo, Shots, how's it going, guys? Let's see who's here. Drop a comment. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Let me just share really quickly. Yo, Fabio. Fabio's back. Welcome, bro. How's your week been? Have you taken anything, Fab? Let me just share this for the community, and then we're good. Sound. Yeah, hopefully today's a little bit better than yesterday. Yesterday was shocking. PA in US session. But yeah, let's see what today brings. You know, yesterday was like sideways. Look at yesterday's price action. Literally nothing. Yo, Aaron, how's it going, mate? Nancy, welcome. Good stuff, guys. Good to see everyone here tuning in. How's everyone's day been so far? Has anybody taken anything? Yeah, has anybody taken anything? Just some partials on Naz yesterday. Naz gave a beautiful trade today as well. I just couldn't execute it. It was too quick. I wanted longs here. And it just pushed up without me, unfortunately. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted longs like that. That would have been my trade for the day, probably. If I could have caught Nasdaq from here, which I wanted, you know, after this closure back above this level. You know, we closed back above this level here. After that strong closure with all these targets above up here. That's my trade, but it just didn't give me a bottom wick. It literally just shot up. I know some of the members caught it, which is good. Emma, maybe, and Tom caught some decent longs. I don't know if anybody else did. Probably a few others did. But yeah, that would have been the trade for the day for me. Currently in longs now. 33,100. 33.10 here. Yeah, decent level. I'm going to be looking for sells if we break below this level. I'll break down gold now. But good to see everyone here. We've got 28 in right now. Good stuff, guys. I'll start breaking gold down in a second. Let's look at the news quickly. Let's have a quick look at the news for today. So just 1 second. Okay, so we've got USD news later on. Something to understand that we've got FOMC at 7 PM tonight, UK time. I won't be trading around that. I've personally stopped trading at around, you know, 5, 6 o'clock. But if you trade, you know, it's not a bad thing if you trade the late US session. You know, you can still catch your moves, you know, if you trade after work. Just don't be trading a little bit around this time, you know. Give it 10, 15 minutes before and after. You know, 30 minutes around here. I personally would just stay out of the market. So yeah. 7 PM, we've got news. Could we see some rangy price action until that? Potentially. But like I say, if we can, you know, catch our position before this news, that's all I want. I won't be trading around there because my session's finished. But if you do trade, you know, after work, the late US session at about, you know, 7 o'clock, just be wary that we have got red news at 7 PM. But it shouldn't affect us for this trading session, you know, for the next 3 or 4 hours anyway. But potentially we could chop a little bit. Potentially we could range and chop ready for that news. We know gold loves to tight ranges before news, especially if it's red folder news. But like I say, we'll see what happens and we'll see what the market gives us. But quick look at the 4 hourly. 4 hourly's got an hour left on it. Very strong 4 hour closure here, look. Very strong 4 hour closure. I personally expected, like I say, I don't like to guess too much, but I personally expected this next 4 hour to push up a little bit further into some structure, like so. But we haven't done. Like I say, I'm not married to that bias. It's just an observation. If it happens, cool. I trade mainly range breakouts. I don't trade higher time frame closes like this, but it was good to see that we had a strong closure, and we haven't really had much since that strong closure. Look, we had a nice closure on the 4 hourly, wicked up a little bit and then pushed down. Nothing since that really. But this pullback that we're seeing on gold now is way better. This pullback is way better for me. You know, seeing a pullback like this, it gives me all this to target now. So I'm going to be looking to target this on gold in this session if we do start closing back above some levels. Okay, so if where would I want to be looking to go long above? For now, I'd be looking for longs back above here. Okay, so I'm going to see if we can get back above this level here at 33.17. If we can, then that's where I'm going to be looking to try and take longs above. Because gold has had a decent pullback here. You know, this isn't just a tiny pullback. From these highs, it's pulled back almost 200 ticks. You know, it's pulled back like 200 ticks. Could gold continue down? It could do. It could definitely do that. But what I'd be watching for sells, is back below here. Okay? Again, just look at these two levels. Look. Failed to close below. Reaction away. Brought back below. This level could act as resistance now, so we don't want to be going long until we break above there. And for sells, look, resistance, look, support, now acting as support. So if we fail to close, if we close below this level and this level fails to push away, then I'm going to be looking for sells below here, into these lows and into these lows. Okay, that is the overall idea for me on gold today. So this is my range. And I've got targets down here too. Okay. Could we protect, like I say, look at this, guys. We've got news. 7 o'clock. You know, I know it's like 6 hours away, but we know what gold likes to do. Pre-news. It likes to range. Could it have a huge push like in our session? Of course it could. But all I'm going to do is react to what this market has in front of me right now. Okay. Shots, XAU USD, yeah, like I say, it's at a strong level, mate. It's at a strong level, look. This here that you're buying from, it's a strong level, don't get me wrong. But I personally think that a lot of retail traders are buying here. I think a lot of retail are buying around here, and they're going to have their stops below this level and on these lows down here. If I know that retail are buying here, I don't want to be a buyer at this level. I want to be a seller below this level into these lows down here, okay? Because I'm always asking myself that. Where are most retail traders looking to buy gold right now? And the answer for me is they're trying to buy at this level. Because look, every time we've come into this level, we've had a reaction away. So what are retail going to be doing now? Retail are going to be looking to buy here after the rejection. Stops below the level or stops below these lows, looking for this big play higher. If I understand that retail are looking to all be buying at this level, I'm going to be looking to sell now into these lows because that's where their stop losses are. That's where their liquidity is. So if we can get closures below this level, I'm going to be looking for sells down. Okay? And like I say, all I'm doing is targeting where most people's stop losses are or where most of the liquidity is, which is down here. Alright, so this 15 could give us an entry if it closes below. You know, we've got 8 minutes. It could give us an entry in 8 minutes, you know. But don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this level will... I'm not saying that we're going to break through this level. I'm just going to be saying I'm going to react to it if we do close below it. Gold could react from here and push higher. But if it does, I'll be buying above this level here, okay? So if it does react and starts pushing up, and it closes above here, then I'll just long from here into there, okay? That's where I'm going to be looking to do buys. That's where I'm going to be looking for buys on gold. $69, lol. Nancy, so you just made $69? Is that what you mean? Nice. Yeah, Nasdaq played out really nice. Look at Nasdaq. One sec, guys. Let me just get my computer away. If you got any questions, guys, please drop a question in the comments. Let me know if you got any questions. Let's see who's here too. Let's see who's here. Drop a question. If you're just joining and tuning in now, drop a hi, say hello. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you subscribe, like as well. Drop a like on the video and chill out and take some value away from the hour and a half that I'm on for. Like I say, if I catch a position, you can understand how I take the position, what I look for. Yeah. Yo, Naz is here. Marius, how's it going, guys? Welcome. Welcome. Dan's here too. Welcome, guys. Good to see everyone here. Hey, Dan. Welcome, mate. Welcome. Took partials then stopped me out. Nancy, good. Partials is better than nothing. You're paying yourself for entering a good position. There's nothing wrong with taking partials. Hope we can catch something nice in this session. Yeah, me too. Like I say, gold's been a bit... Like I say, even up here, look at it. It ranged for a long time, you know, from 8:45 till, 2 hours. It ranged and did nothing. Now we're seeing this push and pull back. This is a lot better. A lot better for me. I want to be buying gold down here, not really up here. I'd rather be a buyer here than a buyer here. There's not much up here, but you've got a good volume to trade into them highs up here. Lee, welcome. JB, welcome, man. Good to see everyone here, guys. Like I say, I'm on here for about an hour and a half daily. When do you normally go break even on a trade? At my first management point. Okay, so let's say that we've got a range. Let's say that we're trading within this range. Okay, and we get a break to the upside. Let's say I take a long here. Okay, and let's say that price did this before. Okay, and we've got, this is my target. Okay, so let's say that I go long on gold as we break above. On the closure, I get a buy above, stops on the range, looking for the push higher, like so. Okay, and let's, just in this example, let's say that we've got another high coming in here. I know it's messy, guys, but I'm trying to explain it. Let's say you've got a high here, and then a high here, which is your final target. If you've got these two highs here, as soon as price passes through this first high, which is my first management point, which is my first target, that's when I'll go break even. Because at this first high, price could run into it and reverse. Wherever price could reverse from, that's my first management point. That's where I'm going break even. Okay? And then I'll let the rest run into the second target if it wants to, or final targets. Sometimes I'll take break even. Sometimes I'll take partials. It depends if it's worth it or not. Okay, guys, lock in. We could get some sells here on gold in a minute. Let's see if we can break below this level here. If we can break below this level, I'm going to be looking for sells. Hi, Joe. How's it going, Juggy? Welcome. Was there an entry for sells up there, bro? Do you mean up here, mate? Or all the way up here? I'm going to be watching for sells in a second, guys. In 3 minutes, we could get some closures on the 15. Do you mean here, Ashton? Or do you mean here, mate? I'm going to be looking for sells. Now we're breaking below here. So like I've mentioned before, anybody going long here, guys, like we mentioned, retail traders going long here, stops on these lows. Well, guess what? You're in drawdown. All the way up here? No, not for me, mate. Not for me. I'm only interested in sells now we're getting this volume to the downside. I'm not interested in sells all the way up here. I'm interested when the volume presents itself. One sec, guys. Right, we're back. Oh, good. Right, let me get the GC chart. I'm going to use macros. Yeah, I need a strong closure here. If it doesn't close strong... Yeah, what did we say before? What did I say before about where retail buying up here stops below the level? Retail is starting to get stopped out now, look. Okay, retail is starting to get the stops taken. So, like I said, just let them lose their head. Let them start closing the positions in losses here. And we'll execute when we get them closures, alright? Or I'll execute when I get them closures. No, Ashton, I'm not bothered, mate, because you can't see my password. I just wanted to make sure I could log in without my password popping up. Yeah, you can't see my password. It's all good. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, if it, like I said, I didn't want to type it in. I didn't want to type it in and it show, because sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't. I just wanted to make sure, but yeah, you can't. It doesn't bother me. You can't see my password. I hope it just. I hope it doesn't keep logging me out, because that'd be a nightmare. I've got 4 accounts that I'm trading right now together, so I'm only going to be trading like 4 to 5 micros across like 4 accounts. I think I need to change my my YouTube thing to live top step trading or something. See, the thing is as well, at this level, I can look for buys, but it'd be on the 30 closure. If this 30 close is bullish, then I'm taking buys, because we've got half risk buys at this level. So I am a buyer at this level. I'm just waiting for retail to get taken out, because like I mentioned before, retail buying too early up here, they've just been taken out after this push down now. If it breaks back above after taking liquidity and taking retail out, then I'll be a buyer at this level. Okay? So there is still opportunities for buys, but we'll see which way we close. Have you entered? Not yet. Probably in the next 15, there's going to probably be an entry for me. Terberus, how's it going, mate? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you back in the lives. Good to see you, mate. So how come the 30-minute? Because we've got a half risk entry. This is the range. We're rejecting the level, taking liquidity. So if we close bullish here on the 30, then I'm going to be looking for longs higher into some of this structure above. That's just a half risk entry for me. Like I say, if we close below, then I've got sells. If I reject the level, close bullish, rejecting the level, taking liquidity, I'll take buys. So I'm open to both sides here, depending on how we close. I'm really trying to react to this market as much as possible. Cheers for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. Look at that, 900 subs. Insane. 900 subscribers, guys. Appreciate everyone for subscribing, liking, commenting, tuning in every day. Nice. Crazy to think. I started doing YouTube lives like 9-10 months ago, and we're almost at 1,000. 1K. 1,000 sub special soon. Yeah, let's do it. What does everyone want? What does everyone want? 2 or 3 months ago, or probably 2 or 3 months ago, I was probably on like 600. No, 550, 500. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's almost. I'd say it's like doubled almost in like 3-4 months. I haven't got the stats on it, but how come the top of my range is where it is? Because that's the recent support. Look, recent support. Look at that. A little bit of reaction here too. But yeah, that's the main reason. Yeah, guys, who'd be up for that? Who'd be up for me? Like, who's from the UK who would like me to get an office space, and do like an in-person mentoring session? I want to, like I say, I want to make sure that people are going to actually want. I don't want to set it up and then it doesn't get a good turnout. I want people to actually, you know, I'd obviously put a little fee on it because it's like a full day. It wouldn't be anything crazy, guys. Don't worry. Obviously, I need an office space. It'll take a full day from my work, so I'd obviously put a little fee on it, but it wouldn't be anything like crazy that nobody could afford. I'd have to make it worth it. You know, it'd be a full day out of my time. You know, I'm full day of mentoring like 10, 15 people. Yeah. Obviously, I'd have to rent the office space, which costs money too. But it wouldn't be anything more than like 100 quid. But £100 for a full day with me in person is crazy cheap. Like, I know some people do like 1k, 2k for a day. Obviously, Discord community members would get discount for sure. But like I think I can get an office space for like 10, 15 people for like 400 quid or something. So it's more of the fact just like paying for that and like a full day of my time out of like the office and me working basically. Obviously, I'd update the community as normal, but you know, a full mentoring day in person for people, I think it's very worth it. I'll definitely set that up, guys. Like I said, do you know what I'll do? I'll do a poll. I'm gonna set a poll up now, guys. And then we can see what people, if we get yes or no's. Start a poll in okay, guys, there you go. Let's see what people are saying. Like I say, I'd need 10 people at least. No, 5 to 10 people at least. And then I'd like book maybe a 10, 15 man office room. Then we can like get all the laptops. I'll make like I'll break down the playbook. Would help, yes, please. Yeah, sounds good, guys. Sounds good. We'll get that in the works for the next couple of months. It'd be within the next 2 months if I did it. Sounds good though. Nine votes on yeah. Sound. Right, yeah, let's do it. I'll get that over the weekend. I'll get everything put in. We'll get that done. UK, I'll get it as close to everybody as possible as well. I will try my best for that. But yeah, over the weekend I'll have a look at office spaces, and I'll make like a full agenda for it. Random question, yeah, isn't there one prison in Switzerland? Yeah, of course. Only one? Is there? I thought there'd be more than one. I'm pretty sure there would be. Don't forget, Joe, there is 30 people in here. Yeah, like I say, we've got the Discord community, which has got about 60. Obviously, the YouTube Live and the free Telegram, which I'll make it open to the Discord community first, and then I'll put it out to everybody else. But yeah, 15-minute closure. Yeah, inside, guys, if we close below here on this 15, below this level, then I'll be interested in shorts. But I need to get a strong closure below here. Strong closes below here, I'm looking for sells. So if we just put sells below. I'd say Manchester. I'll probably do it in Manchester, like an office space in Manchester. It's not only that. It's the fact that there's actually some stuff to do in Manchester besides, like, you can go out and get some food if you want, drink. You know, in the middle of nowhere, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'd expect there to be more. Would be within the week. Yeah, of course. It'd be like on probably a Monday or something. Friday might be good. I think Friday would be good, actually. Because people who are traveling, they can like stay over because it's the weekend as well. I think it'd be good though to like break the full thing down. 40 minutes away sound. What is the sell zone? 30, yeah, 3309. Closes below here. I'm going to be looking for sells probably into these lows for starters. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And it'd be a nice 30 close too. So probably waiting for this closure here, and then I'll be looking for sells. Like I said before, what are retail doing? Going long here, basic patterns with the stops. They're probably getting stopped out now. Most of them are probably getting stopped out. Birmingham is better central for the country. Yeah, possibly. Another good option. Another good option. It doesn't bother me anywhere. Like I say, what I'll do is I'll work it out over the weekend. I'll get definites. And then I'll sort an office space out, see if it's worth doing. Right, we've got 3 minutes here. I'm going to be looking for sells on this next 15/30. See, it's logged me out again. Nightmare. Right, we're back, guys. Apologies about that. Yeah, we'll work it out. We'll work a good day out, but it's something I'll definitely do. See, here we go. Look at this gold. Looks like it's going to close bearish, and then guess what? Straight back to rejecting this level. See, look at that. What a rejection. Is that 5? Look at the 5 here. I might take some half risk entries in a minute. I might be interested in some half risk here. If we can close more bullish on this 15, then yeah. If we close more bullish on this 15, I'll take some half risk entries here. I'd need a nice strong closure. Bullish closure rejecting this level, I'll look for some buys. Because look at this, 5 minutes closing bullish, 15's closing bullish. I need the 30 to flip bullish, really. Decent bullish closure here. Bottom wick, I'll take some I'll take some buys into these highs. But we're ranging pre-New York now. And look, we've actually got a level, a little bit. Look at the level that's been created now here. So yeah, we are really playing within this range. I think if you get back above there now, you're probably going to get a push higher. Probably in some of these ranges up here. Yeah, I use stop orders, bro. I do. I use stop orders, mate. You know, when I get a closure, I'll wait a couple of minutes and then put a stop order in to execute the market. I don't just market execute. See, look at that. Gold just playing again. Pre-market open. Pre-US open. Doesn't matter for me, though. It really doesn't matter what it does. Really doesn't matter. Because if it closes below, I'll just take sells. You know, back above here, I'll be looking for buys. Probably into some areas like up here and then these highs here. It's just about staying patient and waiting for it. Like I say, probably the next entry. Next 15 if it breaks above. But you, like I say, we just got to wait for the closure. Right now, it's just in this chop. Are you still holding longs shots? Are you still holding your longs, bro? That level's actually kind of holding. But you need to understand that look, retail have been stopped out. Like, look, after the rejection first, they'd have had the stops below the level. Most of them have already been taken out. Depending on how tight the stop loss were. Got stopped out break even. Fair enough, man. Like I say, good management. It messed about. You know, if you entered here, bro, you've been messed about for like an hour. There's nothing to tell you here after these rejections that price is going to continue higher until you start closing back above, like, say, this support and resistance level. Yo, Zulu, how's it going? Welcome, mate. Welcome. Has anybody taken any trades today? Hi Joe, what's your plan with gold today? Charlie, welcome man. Welcome to the stream. How are you? I'm waiting for a breakout of this range. Can you see, look, resistance, acting as support here, acting as resistance here, breaks back above. I'm going to be looking for longs, probably into these highs and then into some of this structure to start with. I'll be looking for buys above. Probably, I tell you what, the hourly looks really nice. If the hourly starts breaking back above, then I'm going to be looking for some really nice longs. And then back below here for sells. Okay, back below this level for sells. I just want to send this out to the Discord really quickly. Nice. Took the trade based off liquidity and a nice candle reaction. Yeah, if that's your strategy, bro, and you stuck to it, perfect. It messed about a lot. Don't get me wrong, you know, since it actually touched the level, it was like an hour and a half. You know, I don't want to personally be waiting around for an hour and a half to let gold decide what it wants to do. You know, I'd rather just understand that, get back above here, now I can start looking for buys. Nothing yet. Been choppy yesterday and today before New York. Yeah, it has, mate. Yeah, it has, bro. This week, I don't know if it's because... I don't know if it's because it was bank holiday. But it's been choppy since the bank holiday for me, personally. Yesterday was a disgrace. Look at that. Like, look at the wicks and look at the bodies. That's like a meme coin. It literally looks like a meme coin. Don't know what's going on here. But yeah, that I didn't take anything in there. This is better price action to me. Look at the bodies. Bodies are quite big. To the wicks are quite small. This is a lot better price action. Nice, man. I'm doing well. Yeah, good stuff, Charlie. Good stuff, man. How to join Discord? I'll get the link for you, bro. Let me get the Discord community link. This goes for anybody who wants to join and sign up and learn the full strategy. Community access. There you go, guys. Right, I've just pinned the message. Oh no, I pinned the wrong message, sorry. I pinned Dan's by accident. But yeah, it's in there anyway, guys. It's in there. Yeah, I've just put it as a comment, community access, and then the link. Click that link. It'll take you to my website. You'll be able to sign up, and as soon as you sign up, like I say, you'll get a link sent to your email to join, and you'll be in. Didn't want that long. It was that 15-minute candle with a huge wick to the down. Didn't wait that long. Took it from 15 minutes candle. Oh, okay, yeah. It was a long wait, bro. Here. Yeah, 15-minute entry there. 1, 2, yeah, like an hour. It's not too bad. Like, this for me is just undecisive. Like, it's indecisive now. It doesn't know what it wants to do. You know, you just need to wait for a breakout on gold. That's the best thing to wait for. Also, coming end of the week and month also. Yep, exactly. You know, if you look at the monthly candle, you've got 2 days left. And the monthly candle really, again, it's indecisive. It doesn't know what it wants to do. That's why you've seen a lot of chop and a lot of uncertainty, because it's really trying to push either direction to give it some direction for the rest of the month. Look, it's within the last candle's range, and it's like a doji. You know, the wicks and the body's the same size at either side. It doesn't have a clue what it wants to do on the monthly. And I'm seeing this right now on the lower time frames too. But if we break out, then I'll execute because I'm only trading into these highs and these lows. Like, these will get taken at some point today. Cerberus, 0 for 2 so far in Asian. 0 wins, 2 losses, do you mean? Is that what you mean, mate? Yeah, we, like I say, guys, within this range, I'm not going to be doing anything. Let's have a look at NAS. Yeah, we'll have a look at NAS. That was the London session NAS buy. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's have a look. Have we got any targets above? Oh, yeah. Nice. We've got these highs here to take out. Yeah, I like that. And for buys, I'd want to be back above here. 5-minute closure. Perfect. Yeah, this is looking really nice. I'm going to keep my eye on this. If we get back above this level, I'm going to be looking for buys. We've got 5 minutes to wait on NAS. So potential NAS buys. Good stuff, Fabio. The NAS god. Keeping us updated with that one. Yeah, NAS is looking a lot better than gold. Look, gold's not breaking out. NAS is breaking out of the range. And NAS has got targets all the way up here, which is a double top. So I'm going to be looking to execute NAS if we can maintain above here in 5 minutes. Alright. But yeah, you can see NAS is breaking out to the upside. It's got targets above. I think, you know, the next candle can push down, reflip bullish, and give us our entry. Like that. Yeah, NAS is looking good. Yeah, it is NAS. It's looking sweet. I like how it's taken the lows. I just don't want this to be a fake out, so I need the bottom wick for it to push higher. Cerberus, what did you take, mate? Let's have a look. Gold in the Asia session. Yeah, I think sells. Did you take sells? I think if you took sells, you couldn't really go wrong. You know, you had decent sells here. 80 ticks. Yeah. It was a big range really on gold. Guys, bear with me. Like I say, we're going to be waiting for NAS to close here in 4 minutes for potential longs. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Just going to go and get some water. Right, NAS, nice. Gold needs a little bit more time. This could be nice here. This could be nice. I'll send you. Yeah, send it me to Everest, mate. Right, so is it going to be able to give us an entry here? Bugger, Naz. Bugger. Let's see. Gold's still within this chop for now. We need to wait for gold to get out of this chop. But Nasdaq looks like it's about to push into them highs. Is it going to be worth taking it? Let's see if it bottom wicks correctly. Then I'll probably just go break even and manage up there. See if it wants to spike out them highs even more. But we are closing nice and strongly here. I think it's worth it. Yeah, I think it's worth it. If it gives us a bottom wick and then wants to flip, I'll take it. Have we got any more targets? Yeah, it needs to take them highs. It needs to take them highs, so we'll see. I'd like it to form a little wick, though. I don't just want it to smash them targets now. Alright, MNQ on the 30. On the 15. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking to get I'm gonna look to get an order up here on Naz in a minute, but I want it to give me a little bit of a bottom wick. Let it do its thing for a little while and then I'll get it in. If it wants to re-push down a little bit, then that's sound. I don't know why it keeps doing this. It's doing my head in. I think it's because my other monitor's open. All right, I'm gonna put like a little stop buy on this. Just a 3 micros, you know, I've got it across like 4 accounts. I'm gonna put a stop buy on Naz here, and I'm looking for this to flip higher. Okay, I'm looking this to flip much higher. Obviously, you know, targets on Naz are quite good as well. You know, on this chart, you've got nice targets up here to take. So this could push a lot more. You know, we've got 15 minutes until we close here, so I'm gonna take a small risk, just 3 micros here. Nothing crazy, guys. Like I say, I'm trading this on 4 accounts, so I don't need to be crazy with it. But yeah, I'm going to be looking for some Naz buys here. It looks interesting. You know, we've got some highs here to take. If it starts flipping now, you know, you can... as soon as it comes into these highs to the left, I'll be break even. Okay. What's gold saying? Yeah, gold's within the range. Gold's undecided for now. Gold is undecided. The only breakout we've had is Nasdaq. That's why I've got a buy stop in here. If it starts pushing down any further, then I'll just cancel. You know, if it starts coming into... If it starts pushing below this level, I'll just cancel it. I don't want to stop that big. It's a bit crazy. Look at his volume now. Yeah, I'm going to cancel this in a second. There's no real reason to keep this in. Right, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cancel this. Bang. Yeah, I'm cancelling that. Cancelling that buy stop. That's, guys, and that is the reason why buy stops are super, super important for me. Because we've got the closure above, okay? This level, this green candle's closed above the range. But what has it not done? It's not continued higher with volume. If it's not continued higher with volume, the volume's not there just now to push it higher. I've prevented taking a loss here. People market executing up here and not using buy stops, well, they're in all this drawdown now. That's why, for me, sell stops and buy stops is the only entry that I look for. Yeah, gold's still within this range. Look at Naz there. That was a clean entry on Naz. It just didn't want to play ball with a flip. Like I said, no entries taken there. I had a buy stopping up here. I had a buy stopping up here. It is what it is. There's no flip, no entry. Simple as that. Possible entry for me is probably on the next hourly now. Just wait for the hourly to close and take the hourly entry here. Guys, let's smash 20 likes if we can. We're on 18 right now. If you haven't liked, subscribe. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, and hope you enjoy the stream. I don't know what my risk were really on that. I think it was like $150 if it did flip, but it didn't flip, so there's no trade. Let's get some levels on here. Like I said, I don't really trade this chart, but we can stick some levels on it just to watch. Yeah, simple as that, really. Simple as that. Rangy gold. And choppy Naz. Look at that. Clear. Look at that target up there. Super, super clear targets. It hasn't flipped. But yeah, I'm currently running here, guys. 4 expresses linked, and like I said, I've got one express. I've got one express that is separate. Yep, straight back into the range. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. What's your advice to get max top step funding? Have a strategy that works, mate. That's number one. Do the right things. Keep it simple. You know, trust the plan and just execute. A lot of people, when it comes to funded accounts, they, number one, think that they need to get it right now. So they'll over-risk, you know, and they probably won't even have a strategy in the first place. They think that they should get funded because everyone else is. No, you need to understand that, you know, to get max funding, you need to have a strategy that you can trust. And you need to have you need a strategy that you trust, like, to take day in, day out. And, you know, you need to be at a stage where you can, you know, take 3 or 4 prop firm accounts, link them and pass them all together. And that's all I do. You know, when I'm taking a challenge, I'll take like 2 at the same time. I'll take 2 at the same time. Like, sometimes I'll fail them, sometimes I'll pass them, but my payouts way over the long term outweigh. Like, this month, for example, guys, I've withdrawn in payouts 5.5k this month. Okay, in the last month, I've withdrawn 5.5k in payouts. I think I've taken 250 or 350k challenges, and I passed 2 of them. So I've spent like $100 this month, and I'm up 5.5. So just understand that if you have a plan that you can trust and execute every day, it's not about it's not about how much you take. It's about when the profits outweigh the challenge costs, and all you really need to do is find something that works. You don't need to overcomplicate it. Keep it simple and just execute. Show up every day and execute. Okay? A lot of people, when they're trying to get funded, they don't even execute the plan. Take it seriously, execute it, and just understand what you need to do when you turn up. Like, I didn't take a trade all day yesterday. I haven't taken a trade today because the markets have been like, look at yesterday's price action. Look at it. It's like very wicky, very rangy and wicky. I'm happy to not take trades in here. Some of the community members took trades and they won, and they ended up positive for the day. That's good, because they executed what they saw. Like me, I didn't take a trade in this. I'm happy to just sit out. Today, I've tried catching a couple of positions, but they just haven't flipped. Still tradeless today. And if I have 2 days without any trades, that's still no problem. Because like I said, this month, the payouts have outweighed the challenge cost. I'm not here trying to... I don't care if I fail. I don't care if I take 6 challenges in the month, fail 3, pass 3. Because, more times than not, me sticking to the rules, the 3 that I pass are going to give me payouts which outweigh the 3 that I failed and the activation fees. Okay? I know that. And it's just trusting yourself to execute it. Okay? It's one thing understanding that this stuff works, the strategy works. Just trust yourself. If you take a loss, and if you take a loss and you go, oh, I don't want to end the day on a loss, well, you're not trusting yourself, because you're not trusting yourself to show up and take the next trade that's to the plan. The next trade to the plan might not come for another 12 hours, and you'll have to sleep on that loss. Sleep on it. You might take 2 losses, just sleep on it. Like, come back tomorrow when the next entry sets up. All right? Like last week, I took 2 losses last week. 2 losses, 4 wins or something. And there was 2 days where I had to end the day on like a break even, or a small loss. And it doesn't bother me. I'm not itching to try and get it back into profit. Like, I just trust my plan, and I know that tomorrow I'll come on and I could end up 10 times the loss that I took yesterday. And it's the same with these prop firms here, guys. Look, yeah, I'm max funded on Top Step. By next month, I could have 3 accounts with Top Step. I could have 1 account. I could be back onto taking challenges. Do I expect to keep these express accounts for years and years? Not at all. I use them as a business. Okay? It's like with everything. Whatever, like... These express accounts... I might get them to a payout. I might take 4 or 5k next month on these 5 accounts. And then after I've taken 4 or 5k, I might lose them. But I know next month that I'm going to get them back. Okay? And then the month after, I'll probably lose the ones that I've got again. It's not about... I use these prop firms as a business to generate income. I'm not trying to keep the accounts. Like, if I take a payout and then the next 2 trades I blow them, well, I'll just take more challenges, pass them, and then go again. Okay. Like, I just rinse and repeat these. Like these challenges here, I think 2 of them are from the previous month and the other 3 are from this month. So these are just, these prop firms that I've got here are just, I've got 5. So 3 of them are like from 2 of them from last month, 3 of them are from this month anyway. So, like I say, next month I probably have none of them from this month and a new batch of 5. Or a new batch of 3 or 4, whatever it is. I just know that I'll take 10 past 5, and then 5 will outweigh all them 10 by 10 times 10. Just don't be too, like I say, if you have a plan and you know it works, just execute it. Trust it, execute it. If you take a loss, so what? It's a business. You treat them as a business. If price closes and runs with no lower wick, will you just leave that trade? Yeah, exactly. Mechanical trade. If it pushes above and then instantly, like gold today, I wanted this entry here. I wanted this long here. And it pushed up. Look at it. Look at the wick. There's literally no wick on that candle. I wanted longs on that candle, but it just instantly pushed up. I'm not trying to chase the market up here when it instantly pushes up. I just couldn't enter. It's one of them. Like, this couldn't give me an entry here. But yeah, that's one thing to, like, if you do trade top step or whatever, top 1, just, you know, get consistent first, obviously, with one prop firm or one account. You know, and then once you understand that you're consistent, just trade the plan and execute it, you know? I know for a fact if I lost all my accounts today that this time next week I'd have another 3 or 4 Express accounts. I just know, like, quite confidently, I can say that. So if I lose these 4 accounts, like, I don't care. I've already taken upwards of 5k this week in payouts. Okay, this cycle's done. This month for me, the payouts have been fine. 5.5k, that's fine for the month. Next month, you know, we'll see what happens. These 5 that I have now could be the next payout ones, and then I end next month on the same. But you know, if I lose them, I'm not bothered. Top step only costs 30 quid and upfront, so not worth risking. Little may as well risk. Yeah, exactly, mate. I risk more personally on the combines because I want to pass them. I'll still take valid entries, but I'll just risk more. And I normally pass them within the week. You know, 3 to 4 days. But we'll see, like, these accounts that I've got now, they haven't got the biggest buffer. 2 of them have got like a $700 buffer. 2 of them have got like a $400 buffer. Because they're quite fresh. And one of them's sitting at like 1.9k or something. So basically all I'm doing with these accounts now is just building them for next month's payout. You know, I've had this month's payouts. I'm just building these now for next month. I'm in no rush, really. All right, here we go, Goldie. A bit of volume. A bit of volume. This is what you want. You want to see this volume. And another thing as well, guys, is when you do take a payout, don't be bothered if you like. I know, like, some people, you know, you'll take 2 payouts in like the end of the month. Don't be bothered if you're back onto the building stage, because a lot of the time people will take like a couple of payouts on a couple of accounts, and then they won't take payouts for the next 2 to 3 weeks, and they start getting in the head. They start getting in the head that, you know, they're doing something wrong. No, you're just building. Like right now, I've had a decent amount of payouts. I'm in the building stage of building my accounts back up, ready for a payout again. It's not mentally bothering me. It's not bothering me that I'm not taking a payout, because I'm just building again. You know, the next 2 to 3 weeks, then yeah, we could have another 3 or 4 on the way. Shorts, the challenges are basically, you know, you take the challenge. If you prove that you're a good enough trader and pass the challenge, and you're consistent, then they'll give you an account to trade. There's a few different prop firms, so like I said, do your research and read the FAQs and stuff. You'll understand it a lot better. But the one that I use is Top Step and Top One, and Alpha Capital. But like I say, you need to be ready. You need to be ready to do it. Yellow folder news, yeah. Actually, it's actually affecting the market a little bit. Look at that. Either that or some unplanned news has come out. Nasdaq doesn't want to. I'll tell you what. If you look at Nasdaq here now, you've got 3 highs that haven't been taken. So if Nasdaq continues to pull back a little bit, then you've got some great targets. There's some great targets up there to take. Look at that. They're really nice targets. Gold rejecting this level. Look at that. Perfectly rejecting that level. What do you need to pass the challenge? Yeah, 6%. 6%. With Top Step. With Alpha, it's like 13%. Yeah, 13% overall. Hi, George. Just got here. Anything exciting happening? Hi, Ian. How's it going, mate? No, not really. I had a little order in on Nasdaq, but it didn't tag me in, so there was no trade there. I'm watching gold now for some potential shorts. If we close below this level, I'll be looking for them shorts down. Yeah, the problem with Apex is the trailing drawdown. That is something I will never accept. I don't think you should be I don't think you should be failed as a trader on a challenge if you draw down, if you're like 500 in profit and you trail your stop to break even and take partials and then it goes to break even, you're basically losing like 250 of your drawdown. It's a joke, really. End of day drawdown is the only prop firms that I use. And that is, like I say, I'm with Top Step and Top One. I've got a link, JB. I'll send you the link, and you've got 55% off with my code. Let me send it. I'll send the link now. So here's the link for Top One. If you use code JTC, which I've put in the chat, if you use code JTC at checkout, you'll get 55% off any challenge. You've got instant funded and you've got evaluations there. So I personally think the instant fund is the best instant funding you can get on futures for now. But the challenges are really good too. But like I said, do your own research on them. Don't go off the people say. Try something for yourself. And yeah. But yeah, 55% off until the end of the month. So if you do want to get a challenge, or if you do want to get an instant funded, straight to funded, whilst it's 55% off, there's your time. That's your time to do it. Yeah, I want a strong closure below here, guys. I want a strong closure. I've actually never taken an Apex challenge for the trailing drawdown rule. Live trailing drawdown, never. It's literally pointless. I don't really like it. But I've seen people get some huge payouts with Apex. But then I've also seen people who get declined. So, I don't know. Like I said, that's why I always say, always get your own opinion on something. Because you might have a good experience while someone else might have a bad. Ugh, what's the futures chart? See, the futures chart range is literally bang on. It's so good. Static drawdown, pin punter. Yeah, I use end of day drawdown. I don't like firms that have live trailing drawdown because with like Apex trader funding, you know, if you take a trade, let's say you start at a 50k balance. Wow, what is that? Right, let's say that you start at a 50k balance and you're in an active position and your active position goes up to 1k. Okay? If you go to break even and that hits break even, well, you've lost 1k of drawdown because it's a live drawdown. Instead of 2k, which it would be on any other firm, you've lost 1k of your drawdown there. No reason for... Yeah, that's shocking. That's another thing. I think someone took out like 2 million with him or something. That might have been a reason why people were getting denied. They needed to make up for that. But they gave everyone a huge discount, like 90% off challenges when they gave out that 2 million in funding. 2 million in payout. Yeah, I'm looking at gold for shorts in a minute. Now we're getting back below this level. We've got 4 minutes to wait. Yeah, this candle, this 15 closes below this level. I'll be taking the next 15 short. %90 at the moment, but yes, yeah, that's the thing as well. Like $16 challenges, I wouldn't pay £5 for a live trailing drawdown challenge. Top step, top one, or FX prop firms. I think top one and top step are probably the best in terms of like paying people out. So we've got 3 minutes to wait here. Let's see how strong it's going to close. I don't want it to take this liquidity and start reversing. That would be annoying. Let's see, guys. So 15-minute close is bearish. I'll be looking for sells on the next 15. I'd need it to top wick first. Give us a little top wick to get an entry on. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let's see. We've got a minute and a half here to wait. Yeah, so if it takes this liquidity down here before, like I say, if it comes down, takes this liquidity and closes up here like it is now, I wouldn't take it because this is just a liquidity grab to continue higher. If it closed strongly below it and, you know, push straight through the bottom of it, I'd take sells into here because it isn't a liquidity grab. But this is looking good for us. This is looking good for me to take shorts if it closes below here. And I'd go break even when it starts passing through here. But like I said, this is just any other trade. This is just any other trade. Like, win or lose, it's just any other position. Like, it doesn't bother me. Whatever it does, it just doesn't affect me. Yeah, so I want to see. Yeah, I want sells, but I want to see it top wick first. Come down straight away. Look at that. Instant push. 20 ticks. It's all good. We got the 30-minute. I'll probably stay on for the 30. If the 30 can give us an entry, then yeah, sweet. But I wanted shorts here. I wanted some shorts and it just didn't straight down. If it goes, it goes. No FOMO. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Like I say, I need, like, you need to understand, for my strategy, I need an entry where it pushes up first. Or creates a little bottom wick first and then pushes up and then reflips bearish. And I get in on the candle. That's what I need. And it hasn't done that, so I can't enter. And it's as simple as that. Like, if it goes without you, it goes without you. It's just not tick the rules. It's just not tick the plan. And it goes back to what I was saying before. Like, if you understand that you need a certain thing to take a trade, then, and you don't see it, but you still take it, you're not at a stage where you're going to be max funded. You're not at that stage. So you can stop thinking about that. The first thing you need to think about is taking trades that are to your plan. And then you can start, then what I personally do is start looking to risk more because I'm sticking to that plan. 30 look cleaner? Yeah, definitely. Tyler, that's what I'm waiting for, mate. If this 30 can close bearish now, I'll take sells down. Yeah. Me too. Me too, guys. And the hourly. The hourly too. You've got a potential hourly or 30-minute entry here. Look, sweat that liquidity. Fantastic to see another trader who trades similar to myself. Nice. That works, man. That really does work. Yeah, that would be my target on gold. It'd be this sort of level down here. What would that stop be? 50 tick stop. Guys, we're back in 30 seconds. I'm just nipping to the toilet. Let's have a look at this. I think it's literally grab liquidity and dipped classic gold. Yeah, if it closes above the range, then I'll just take buys. There's a couple of options here. The price action is actually quite clean. There's a couple of directions I can take this. You know, if we get a closure stronger back above this range, I'll take half risk buys. But if the 30 closes below, I'll take some sells into this level down here. Into here. Okay. So, like I say, it's all about the close. It's all about the close. And if like I say, if it closes like here, I'm just gonna go and stay active in the community. I've been on for almost, you know, an hour and 45 now. So. Cheers for the likes, guys. Smashing it. 30 likes almost. Crazy. That's the most we've had. That's the most I've had on stream, I think. But just like I say, be patient. Look at the range we've had to deal with. But 30 closes bearish. I'm happy to take some sells. Down 31 likes. I appreciate it. Smashed it. Crazy. That's crazy, man. 30 likes. Appreciate it. Hope everyone takes some value. You know, even if you, like I say, if you're not in the community and you just tune into the lives and you take some value, that's great. It's good. If this reflips bear, if this 15-minute candle reflips bearish, then that's good because then the 15 and the 30 is lining up. So 3302 level. Let's have a look. 3302. Nah, Tucker, because that'll be a management point. You know, if we start pushing it, you know, if we close like here, and you know, 3302 is not until like down here, like that's fine for me to take shorts because look, you've got like 30 ticks until you have to manage the position. Do I set alert? Yeah, I don't even like when I'm not streaming. I don't even look at the chart every 15 minutes. Sometimes it's like I'll like if I, for example, if I wasn't streaming in this range here, I'd set alerts here. I'd set alerts here, and I'd wait for a breakout. So this wouldn't really alert me like for 30 to 40 minutes. Look, it took like an hour to break out from when we actually jumped on. So like yeah, sometimes it's longer, sometimes it isn't, but. Yeah, I set alerts at the ranges. I'm not just sat here looking at the chart like I am now. I've got a lot of other things to do. But yeah, once my alerts go off, I just update the community then. Like I say, if there's nothing like valid, then it's as simple as that. Like, I'm not gonna put like, there's no point in posting stuff. Can't lie, gold's a bit choppy. Look at that. What is this? What is this gold? Give us some direction, bro. Give us something. Give us a little bit of something. Yeah, I'll see how this 30 closes. If this 30 closes within the range, like on the level, then I'm just gonna trade live with the community then. I'll jump off YouTube and just go and trade live in the community. Guys, if you do want community access, I've just put the link in the chat. That'll take you to my website to sign up to the community if you want to. Like I say, you get access to my full strategy course, webinars, Zoom sessions, private chats, everything. Just realized you smashed TikTok. Yeah, the TikToks do help, but like I said, I've been posting like you know, I think it just gradually grows with time as well, which is good. Yeah, we're at 903 subs now, which I didn't expect to hit like anywhere close to 1,000 within a year, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's definitely like 1,000 subs is for me is I'd be very happy with that. Like I say, I only started streaming like 9, 10 months ago. Like I thought it would take more than a year to get to 1,000. To be honest with you, um, yeah, like I say, it has grown. It's been good. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look how this 30 clauses. Let's have a look how this 30 clause. We have taken liquidity, which is annoying, but we'll see. We'll see. Like, if you can create a top wick and then flip, then yeah, we're sound. But the thing is, I'd need it to close a little bit stronger like this. Now this is better. I'll only be risking small because of the way it's taken liquidity. You know, we've taken liquidity down here. If it closes more bearish, that's better for me. Because you can see, like, we've taken these highs here. We're closing below here. Now, if we can top wick, I'll look for the flip down. But it's just going. It just wants to push without us right now, gold. Mm -mm. Mm -mm. See, I'm weighing up if shorts are that. I want to be looking for shorts, but you know, 40 tick stop loss there. It's pushing it. Yeah, look at that volume. So annoying. Yeah, I want some shorts, but just taking them lows. 15 close bearish as well, which is nice to see. Yeah, these stops today. I'll tell you what, these stop losses today have been like, we've been getting good possible entries, and then look at that, straight up 50 ticks. It's like, just give me an entry. What made you get into streaming? The process, like I thought of keeping myself accountable because it's streaming. I started streaming on YouTube. I started streaming on TikTok like a year ago. But I started streaming on streaming on YouTube because TikTok kept banning people. Yeah, so I moved from TikTok to YouTube, and then like I said, just grew that. Because, but I started, yeah, the main one was TikTok. A lot of people did TikTok anyway, but after TikTok, I yeah, came to YouTube when you kept getting banned and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted, like, you know, I started streaming, you know, just to show people the strategy, give a bit of free value, you know, grow the accounts. How big's that stop loss? So you've got a 40 tick stop loss, one contract to be 400. Yeah, you'd be looking for shorts on this from like here. Not interested? No, not me. I'm not too, mate. I'm probably just going to wait for the hourly closure. Hourly closure, then tech shorts. 30-minute just instantly pushed up. Like, for that 50 ticks. 50 tick push. You know, even if you're using like very low risk, it's not worth it because look what you've done. You've taken liquidity down here. You're likely to reverse higher. Look, taking liquidity, you're likely to reverse higher. But I'm probably going to leave it there, guys. Hourly is the next entry. See how the hourly closes. Like I say, if we reject from here, then you've got a decent structure point here. Yeah, it's right at support. You're right. Look, support, acting as support. I think if the hourly close is bearish, I'd be more happy to take it. Because I don't like how this candle's pushed up. I don't want to take a 50 tick stop loss. Look, I'm not entering a trade. Like if I entered shorts on the flip of this now, my stop loss would be like 45, 50 ticks. And I don't take 50 tick stop loss. Like 30, 40, yeah, okay, but 50 ticks is too much for me. But yeah, all I'm going to wait for, guys, is I'm going to wait for the hourly to close. If the hourly close is bearish, like I said, the hourly could close bullish and we take longs, but I'm probably just going to wait until we close on the hourly, see what he wants to do. If we start rejecting from here, then I just move my range down here like so. All right. But yeah, good patience today, guys. Good patience. No trades on stream. I tried a couple of entries. Look at Nasdaq as well. Have a look. Yeah, Nasdaq could set up too if it breaks out on the 15. But yeah, guys, I'm going to head off. I'm just going to go and stay active in the community, okay? So yeah, community members, I'll see you in there. Let's try and take some trades on gold and Nas. You know, try and catch that position. But yeah, good patience. Trade safe, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. See you tomorrow, everyone. Like I said, the link's there to join the community if you want to. But yeah, bye-bye. And yeah, no trades. But like I say, look at it now. You know, anybody who entered shorts after this red candle, not waiting for the top wick, well, look at the loss. 55 tick loss. We prevent that. Okay, but yeah, good stuff, guys. Stay patient and wait for the strong closes. I'm waiting for the hourly now. In a bit. Bye.